Hiya folks, as you can probably see behind me, that is my car and not a twin roller vibrating thing of awesomeness which is supposed to be here right now. And also you can probably see that this vlog, unlike the one that I spoke about in the last one, isn't set at 3 o'clock in the morning with the big diggers in. So there's some things have changed. Let's talk about that. So plans change. Sometimes because you have a better idea and need to change things up there. Sometimes they're forced changes, situations change and you just can't do anything about it. You've got to move and roll with the punches, so to speak. And a lot of what I'm about to talk about is got a lot in common with and linked to perception versus reality. So the first part, where the last vlog that I spoke to you guys in, I said I'll make a bit of a video diary about the madness that's just gone on, and I'll diarise it and I'll put it up and put it out there. Yesterday, night before, I reviewed a bit of that footage, and the perception was, prior to doing it, was, well, yeah, it'll be madness, it'll be a bit crazy. But you know, we'll crack on and we'll get it done, and we'll build this road and we'll work day and night. The family are away, it'll be great. The reality was, in the past 9 days I've worked 136 hours, and there was 4 days that I just didn't go to bed. Stayed in here, wrapped myself up for a couple of hours at a time and slept in the cab of the digger. That reality versus the perception beforehand was a lot different. It was ridiculous. I did make some vlog footage, and like I was saying a couple of nights ago, I reviewed some of that, and a lot of it is me just completely washed out. Not sure which way is up, which way is down, which way is sideways. I feel a bit sick. Oh. Hey folks, I don't know whether you can see me or even hear me over the noise. I've put the light on in the cab to see if I can make it a bit better. At this point it's Wednesday morning. No, it's not. It's Thursday morning. It's Thursday the 18th. 7 minutes past 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock. So I'm 20 hours into this one. 7:30. Thursday morning. That's pretty much close to a 24-hour shift now. So the perception was, I'll make these videos, it'll be great and it'll tell the story of what's going on. The reality is, under circumstances of sleep deprivation and borderline exhaustion, I don't make good videos. Not under those circumstances. They're not fun to watch, not fun to even watch back. A lot of it is me kind of turning the camera on and going, oh my god, I'm so tired. And when you watch it back, for me, a big part of it was, if I was going to edit it and put it together and release it, which I'm not going to do, is you're living the dream, sunshine. What are you moaning about? So there's some changes there. We're not going to do that video. Doesn't make any sense. The other change being, as I spoke about half an hour ago, there is no roller up here. There was, and right now I should be into like the last 2 days. No, yeah, I was going to give it back tomorrow, so I should be into the last of the rolling. and everything's sorted. Now, perception and reality on that one is, I spoke to the guy who hires the equipment out. He gave me the perception of, oh yeah, no problems, it weighs tons, and it's got loads of torque and it's really low geared, and it'll just climb up the hill. Obviously I need to get it to a car park, which is on top of a fell, which is a great barrack fell, and I'm like, okay, well that's cool, that'll do for me. Got it here, had it for an hour, clearly wasn't, never mind not going to climb up the road up to the car park, up to get up to the top of the fell. It didn't even climb the first stage. Just big shiny 2 silver wheels that just span on the slightest of incline. Sure, it's a brilliant machine on the level, but not for dirt hills. So called him up, that one goes back. So I'm like, what's my options from here? We've got this massive industrial whacker plate. Awesome, that'll do nicely. We'll get that in, and it'll be, although it'll take longer and it'll be a bit harder work than rolling, it's essentially a bit like hoovering the whole spot. But I'm like, that'll work as a plan. Awesome. So I went to pick that up, got it here. Again, had that here for, well, maybe just over an hour this time. The blooming thing, he obviously hasn't hired it out for ages. Well, he said he hadn't hired it out for ages. Blooming thing only runs for 3 minutes at a time, and then, excuse me, and then chokes out. So it's something to do with the fuel delivery system. It's got a little Honda engine on it, which says it should be bang on, but it's definitely something to do with the fuel delivery in the way that it cuts out. So it runs for 3 minutes at a time, and dies. Useless. So I'll take that back to him, and there's a kind of an ongoing saga with what we're going to do about that. I'll walk on this way. So yesterday, no, not last night, the night before, feeling pretty down about the whole thing because it's put me behind, obviously, unplanned changes, and it's not the situation that I want to be in, but got to try and think about something to do for it. I've worked like almost what like people work roughly 160 hours every month. I've worked borderline that in just over a week, and I'm goosed. So I took the day off yesterday. Busman's holiday, to be fair. When I say I took the day off, I didn't wake up and kind of chill or go for a bath or anything. I went to a well-known trail centre that is local to us in Cumbria with a mate that I used to work with. So actually I'll just get up here and we'll talk about that. So as many of you will know, when I visit trail centres, I ride a fully rigid V-brake equipped clunker, an just old school thing. I like, it's just my choice. That's the kind of bike that I rode for my introduction to mountain biking. Well, that's not true. There were cantilever and U-brakes, but pretty much that kind of bike. And for me, personally, trail centres don't warrant anything much more. There's certainly not trail centres. That's too general. This particular trail centre with its red routes and blue routes doesn't warrant any more than that. It doesn't have any dedicated downhill runs, and it just doesn't. That's what I like to ride. It's my day off. I worked hard. It's nice to do the kind of reminiscing side of things. In fact, it's obviously it's not just me, because there's quite a big Facebook group for 80s 90s mountain bikes. There's thousands of people. It's only a new group, but relatively new as well. Thousands of people on it, and you know, that's just what I enjoy. And I don't say that everybody should do that. Everybody should feel the same as me. That would be weird and boring. So, experience some of the usual trail centre snobbery is the only word that I have for it. Snobbery, yeah. What way best describes when somebody else has no clue, doesn't know you, has no clue about your situation or what you do or your kind of experiences, but then impose their thoughts and belief system over. I don't know. Anyway, that doesn't matter. It's kind of by the by. But I was on a bit of a downer, obviously, because of all the changes that have had to be made, and you know, having to make new plans, and that kind of put me out a bit. But I can get a seat here in this log. But you know, that's just part and parcel of it. I went and rode, had a really good day. It was nice to hang out with a mate that I haven't seen for a while. Obviously, that's a massive bonus as well. But I enjoyed myself, and it was like, it was an affirmation of what I'm doing here. You know, the things that I rode there, where everything's surfaced, and you know, there's kind of everything's rollers and knee-high tabletops and stuff, and I don't want to bag on that or be down on it at all. It's just my personal feeling that it'd be great if there was another option. So I came away kind of feeling quite good about everything. That's cool. So now I just have to get my head around the idea that I'm not going to be able to do the roller thing. This particular place can't hire me the whacker plate because their whacker plate, frankly, is broken, and so I'm here this morning in an attempt to get my head together and make a new plan. So this couldn't be any more of a as it happens update than doing it this way. So let's have a think, and I'll keep you posted on what's going on. A really good thing about having a place like this, some woodland to be in on your own, it provides a really excellent place to think. So kind of gets back into the perception versus reality thing. My perception was, oh no, it's all going wrong. I can't do things in the order that I wanted to do them, and machinery hire places were letting me down, and just things aren't working out how I want them, and I'm getting a bit on a bit of a downer about the whole thing. Have a day off, going out riding with some friends, get back in here, spend an hour in here in the morning just thinking it through, and I suppose to some extent talking it through, and bingo, we can now separate perception and reality. So the perception was, it's all terrible. The reality is, in that last crazy week, I've built a road down that didn't exist before. It's new, it's appeared, and it's down, and awesome. That's great news. There is no, the perception's bad stuff. Reality, actually, it's great. Secondly, when the whacker plate was working, before it would keep cutting out, it was doing a really bang up job, compacting everything down just nice, and the bits that I've compacted down has allowed me to bring the car up this morning. So actually that's great as well. So what is needed is, I think the plan of action should be a tamper plate, a rake, a shovel, a couple of buckets. Today's Thursday, spend Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday grooming things up and tidying round and flattening off with rakes and shovels and filling divots and potholes and stuff. Then come Monday, hire a tamper plate, a whacker plate from someone else, and crack on and continue through there. So it's all good. I just get tired and get a bit stressed about the whole thing. Anyway, the crack is now quick brew, and then we'll start and groom some stuff up. As with ever changing plans, I've just like I said before, and the thing is to kind of grade out the roads and then hire a whacker plate next week. So just popped into Carlisle to go and get a new wheelbarrow, and I'm in the place and I'm like, oh man, 40 quid, I'm not paying, wheelbarrows aren't 40 quid, I'll get one from Tool Station or something. Anyway, just as I'm walking out of this place, I see this this special offer on shed paint, and I'm like, oh, dude, that's totally cheap, it's on sale, good stuff. So I've gone from buying a wheelbarrow to painting a shed green, all in the space of a day. In between that though, and most importantly, I decided I put some rocks down this morning, down at the bottom to like firm everything up, and I moved all these rocks, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's pretty good. Now just pull down some surface over the top and get that all tamped down, it'll be tickety boo. I'll give it a try. So today I've actually completed the first ever loop of coming up the up road, through the car park, and then down the new down ramp, the exit road. So done that in a normal car, and it just feels so much better to get that one. It was, in theory, that would kind of work, and now we've actually tried it and it does work. So it's just a case of tidying up that road now, getting it all tamped down, get the whacker plate in next week. But for now, while it's dry, paint this and get this going. So keep going, I suppose, is the way forwards. I'll see you soon.